Hello and welcome to the Leadership Compass. My name is Faithful Ojebiyi and I'll be your host for this week. This week we're talking about a very important topic titled The Act of Convincing Others. Convincing others is a crucial skill that every leader should possess. The ability to persuade people is not something that is easy. And once you're able to persuade people, it obviously determines the direction that an organization would go. It's a skill that involves more than just presenting facts. It requires emotional intelligence, it requires strategic communication, and it requires a deep understanding of the human behavior. We'll be going into different components of convincing others. We'll be talking about understanding your audience first. And under understanding your audience, we'll be talking about knowing your team and addressing needs and concerns. Effective leaders understand their team members. They understand their motivations, they understand their strengths, they understand their weaknesses, they understand their personal goals. And this knowledge about your team members gives you an edge that makes you able to tailor your message in a way that resonates with each individual in your team. We talk about addressing needs and concerns. Before you attempt to convince a group of people or a audience, you as a leader must identify the needs and concerns of this audience. This involves active listening and empathy. It ensures that the message that you're passing directly addresses the needs of this audience that you are trying to convince. We'll talk about building credibility. And under building credibility, we'll be talking about expertise and knowledge. We'll be talking about integrity and trustworthiness. Leaders must demonstrate a very thorough understanding of a subject matter. This establishes them as a credible source of information, making their arguments more persuasive. Integrity and trustworthiness is also fundamental in leadership. A leader who constantly, acts with integrity and honesty builds this reputation that makes every team member trust and follow their guidance. We'll talk about effective communication. Under effective communication, we'll be talking about clarity and precision. We're talking about engaging storytelling, and we're talking about non-verbal cues. Right? Convincing others requires clear and precise communication. Leaders must always articulate their ideas in a straightforward manner. Avoid jargon, avoid overly complex explanations. Don't try to be smart by using, words that people cannot easily grasp except they go and check their dictionary, right? So you need to be precise, and your whatever thing you're saying out has to be clear. People need to understand you without trying to go to the internet and search what is the meaning of this word. Like, we don't even understand what he's saying. You just have to be clear and precise. We're talking about engaging storytelling. People are more persuaded by stories than data alone. I've learned the act of trying to tell stories about myself when I'm trying to convince a particular group of people about a particular subject matter, because I've had experience probably on that topic. I can share from my own wealth of knowledge about the experiences I myself have had. And when you share your experiences with people, they learn to trust you more, right? We have non-verbal cues. Body language, eye contact, the tone of voice that you're using plays a very, very significant role. Confident and open body language can reinforce the leader's message. Next, we are going to talk about emotional intelligence. Another emotional intelligence, we're talking about empathy and self-awareness. Understanding and sharing the feelings of what people in your team helps in addressing their concerns and also building a connection. Empathetic leaders can tailor their persuasive strategies to align with the emotional needs of their audience. We talk about self-awareness. Leaders must be aware of their own emotions and how these emotions can affect their communication style. Self-regulation ensures that you present your ideas in a calm manner and also assertively. So having empathy, having self-awareness is something that you as a leader must possess. And that will bring us to the end of the Leadership Compass for today. I'll see you